Hey everyone, my name is Peyton and this is part 8 of a series where I'm building a train station environment inside of Unreal Engine 5. If you have not already seen the previous videos, make sure to go down below and check them out in the description. And what we're going to be starting off first with is, as you see here, I went ahead and actually implemented a new grass. So I already had my grass kind of placed out and everything, and I wanted to basically just bring in this new grass asset. Basically the thing that I was wanting to do is just get a little bit more refinement, randomness out of it. That way it feels a bit more organic. And additionally, I've decided to add a couple of tufts that are basically these just additional assets that I'm going to be using to place around and get more variation. The main thing that I was kind of dealing with before was I had one or two assets that were kind of like in the same shape and form, and I wasn't getting enough variation out of those. So I wanted to make sure that I was able to get some lower lying grass, some taller kind of bushes and stuff of grass as well. That way I'm getting a lot more variation with it. And then of course, like I said, also just getting some sort of unique ones that I'm going to be able to place throughout. So of course, I do show a lot of this like back and forth with the grass, and the reason why I'm not like cutting out all of it is because I think this is sort of an important thought process when it comes to the environment sort of pipeline, is that it's not just like one of these things where you're immediately just placing in your grass and it's done and good to go, especially with something so like large and iconic taking up a large amount of your environment. You really do need to like continue to iterate and sort of like hit on these like notes and everything that you're trying to work with. And so with this, of course, is like as I continue to build this environment, I'm going to probably change this grass more. I'm gonna vary things up even more. And yeah, this might not be, of course, the last time that you actually see adjustments to that as well. So, but yeah, of course, I did build that larger clump. I'm kind of bringing that in, as you see here, and basically just trying to get some larger elements to kind of break up those like flatter areas of grass, if that makes sense. And then as you see here, I'm going to, of course, come back with those tufts. So this is just like a very kind of, there's not much of a fall off to it, but that's intentional. Think of more of like the weeds that are kind of growing out from one spot. Just adds a nice variation and really helps break up that sort of edge as well, that threshold between the grass and the rock or the dirt. We're getting a softer transition there. So, and now what I'm doing is, as you see here, I kind of covered this in another video that's separate that I'll also link below, but I went ahead and actually used the height map from my ballast or my gravel on the ground, and I decided to turn on nanite and actually get the displacement working with it. So now my rocks have displacement. You can see how awesome it's looking where it's coming up through the tracks and all. It's just adding so much depth to the ground that we didn't have before. So really wanted to just go ahead and get that in. That way it helps work alongside that grass as well. And then of course here, what we're doing is basically just wanting to adjust the station a little bit more. One thing that I was kind of feeling about this, especially looking at some additional reference, was that it was a little bit too high. Going for an older style station, so there's not necessarily a large lift. It's a little bit more common with like European stations to have the lift, as well as like more modern stations. But since this is supposed to be older, basically like kind of turn of the century or so, I want to be able to like, yeah, just have a lower lying station. I think it's going to be smoother, especially since I think going towards more of a wood like element to it as well. This very rural kind of American station itself. So yeah, a lot of wood, going away from any of the stone or the concrete that I was thinking before, and just wanting to maybe lower that platform down because of that. So And then as you see here, what I'm doing with all of my different assets is kind of just going through and doing a really quick like auto UV, just using the Unreal one. I haven't fully actually UV'd these yet in Maya, but I just wanted to get something in there to where you at least get an indication of what the material is instead of it just being the solid colors. So even though I'm roughly just throwing these out, I might grab one or two of them, do the auto UV. Of course, it's not looking great, but you know, it's working for what we're looking for. Mainly, I'm just trying to get a little bit more breakup with the tones. That way we're not still dealing with a lot of the like flatter sort of like colors that we were dealing with. So yeah, even though it's not the final UVs and everything, I think sometimes it can help just get some more like form and information going on with that. And yeah, just going through, as you see, applying the materials, doing the auto UVs on all of these as well. And like I said, just want to get a kind of blanket pass to where everything sort of has a some sort of like a non like blockout material anymore on it. So yeah, then with this, a couple of these assets too, like the bench as well as the actual like railroad tracks and all, is I did add a little bit of a bevel to them, so starting to get a little bit closer to the final look for the models. I did refine the tracks, of course, a bit more with the overall scale, making sure they're accurate. And yeah, this is basically where we're starting to get with the materials and all. And then one thing that I decided to add as well, kind of talking about that grass a second ago, of course this video is a little bit heavy on the grass, but what we're gonna do is I actually decided to make an additional just version of the grasses, and this is going to be more of a brown grass. Right now I'm just gonna place it in kind of roughly on these edges. It's gonna be that sort of like nice fall off the threshold between, again, like we were talking about. But the brown's nice because a lot of times, especially along the edges where you have like dust kicking up from the tracks as well as like the rocks and all, it's a mixture of dust and also just dead grass, because a lot of times there's less like just nutrients in the ground there. There's also the dirt and kind of the wear and tear of whatever's passing by, like the vehicles. There's just a lot more kind of like foreign materials that are kind of messing with the balance of things around the tracks. And so sometimes you'll find that you have these like more dead tufts and like grass elements along the edges of like your main grass, especially since it's kind of blending into that dirt area where we clearly don't have much just like good soil probably happening there. It's been like packed down, just hard, rough dirt for a long time. And so that's really just making it hard for the grass to grow. And yeah, once I have it placed in there, like I said, it was a little bit too dark, so just kind of bringing the values back a little bit to where, of course, it's still going to stand out a little bit. I'll need to do some additional blending, but at least we're now getting the grass to sort of like just read together with the green as well as the brown. So you can see where it's starting to go with that. We'll probably do some more adjustments, like I said, but just trying to get some of these like smaller areas to help blend that in. And I think it's, yeah, eventually going to look kind of nice with this. And also, yeah, I could even use this for other areas like inside the tracks and stuff, since it is like a dead grass. There's just more opportunities for being able to place it in areas where, you know, things might be struggling a little bit more with that. But yeah, with that, of course, we've kind of wrapped up what we're really covering this week with the just additions. A lot of it, of course, was grass, wanting to just talk about why I'm tackling so much of that, but then also trying to replace a lot of those blockout materials. I think coming up into the next part of the series, of course, want to replace and start to get in a more refined train car in there. And then additionally, there's a couple of other items like the wall. I want to figure out if I want to make a vegetation back there instead, or if I actually want like the cobblestone or something wall for that back area as well. I haven't really decided yet, but I'll sort of figure that out for the next one. So yeah, this is the environment. Of course, thanks for watching and just following along with this series. If you would like to continue to see this series, of course, make sure to subscribe down below. And yeah, I will catch you in the next one. All right.